This is getting ridiculous. Okay, got another load of mulch, but I can hardly pull up to the garden before I got a 2-year-old coming out of the house with a shovel. There's probably gonna be like 3 videos in a row right now. What is the meaning of this? Are you here to help? What do you got? What's that for? You're crazy. You're crazy. That's awesome. And I'll tell you what, in a situation like this, where I just spent as much as I did on these birds, free mulch definitely comes in handy. Okay, let's get unloaded, then we're gonna go talk about some birds. Yeah, there's other birds piping up back there, but that's not the ones I'm talking about. We got new birds? Okay, hold on, let me pull up, and then we'll unload it. Alright, she's trying to shovel it off already. That's insane, guys. I'm not trying to brag on my kids or anything like that. I'm just trying to show what's actually happening here, and personally, I'm blown away by it. I mean, I walk out the door, hop in the truck, drive up here, and by the time I get here and move the garden hose so I don't run over it, boom, she's here with a shovel. Insane. In an unfortunate turn of events, it actually started raining, which means not that we're gonna quit. It means another helper showed up. And now he came out here looking for a shovel to use. I'll get you your little one from the other day, okay? Do you understand? Who expected another one to show up? Anyone? Now, honestly, I do not think the rest of them are gonna show up or anything. I'm just saying, if you guys thought at least somebody else would come, you were right. So now we got a 40-year-old with a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old working on this project in the rain. Because somebody's got to do it, and my mom always told me I was somebody. So they're still going, but check this out. This is one of the members of our garden pest control posse. It is a red-bellied snake. See, it's got that there. It's about to shed, that's why it's so kind of pastel as opposed to more vibrant. But these guys actually got some cool hooked teeth that they can extract. I'll let you guys look, but they can actually extract snails from their shells. So they'll eat slugs, but they'll also eat snails. Is that cool? Yeah. I'm gonna let it go.
But why did it go by?
I'm gonna take a couple pictures and then let it go. You wanna come let it go for me?
Yes.
You may. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Good, and he helps our garden. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. Did you know he helps our garden?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I gotta finish this so I can get to the birds. So, sorry to surprise you guys with that. I know you came for the birds. Stay for the snakes. We'll be there soon. This really brings me to about the purpose of this video, and it's how people behave and interact with others, okay? I'll show you these $25 birds in a minute, but this just happened. Yeah, you see my trailer's not here, there's just a big pile. I've been getting some loads of that stuff for free lately. Tipped off one of the neighbors. He grabbed a dump trailer and he went and got a load. He had more than he needed on this load here. So he calls me. I see him drive by, then I see him drive back and pull in. He calls me and says, "Hey, I got more than I need. You want some more?" That's more than what I could get on my personal trailer. And I didn't have to do anything for it yet. Of course, I'll have to move it from here and get up to the garden area. It's the best place for it to be dumped right now, but it's that type of interaction and people kind of esteeming others more highly than themselves. That is the purpose of this. I'm going to see what the trailer has left, and then I'm going to head out in the pasture to show you these birds. On our homestead, we have quail. And they are some cute little birds who are also kind of shy. We get them for their eggs, and we also enjoy eating them. And we can incubate the eggs too to print more, which we hope to do later this year. We also have quite a menagerie of chickens. Now we're probably gonna have to cull some roosters soon because there are too many roosters. I do not want to be feeding them all. But they give us eggs, they give us meat. When we let them out, they help reduce the, yeah, Xenia, cows chiming in. But they help reduce some of the pests on the property, so they have their place. We also have a nice variety of Muscovy ducks. The only duck currently on our property are Muscovies, but I think a neighbor wants to give us a couple of his ducks, so we'll see how that goes. These guys give us meat and they give us eggs as well. In fact, that big gray one in black in back center screen with the white wing, he'll be joining us for dinner soon. And we also have some guinea fowl, a noisy little bird originally from Africa. There are a couple different types, but guinea fowl are pretty common on a lot of homesteads. People use them for tick control and stuff like that. And then they're also a sort of source of meat and of eggs. And I'll be honest with you, there seems to be in certain YouTube channels, you know, because sometimes the crazier, the more extreme, the more rare, the more whatever you got going on is, then the more people are going to watch. Like, see, I have a beehive there, right? I could say, you know, we have a beehive, and some people would watch my video, but then if I have one instead, so like, you know, massive swarm found inside whatever, you know, it's that extra added interest, intrigue, kind of almost fanatic, I don't know, extreme, you know. So people get things like ostriches or emus or peacocks or things like that, and then be like, whoa, check it out, I'm riding my ostrich to town, or, you know, whatever it may be. I get it. People do that, and the cool thing too is sometimes when you're doing things financially, like generating content, you can have some of these interesting animals that then will pay for themselves, because the content they're creating is rare enough or interesting enough that's getting enough views, that's generating revenue, that then, you know, it's better for you to have that. What in the world? Oh, look at that. I bet you a squirrel was up here. There's actually a witch hazel right here. Yeah. This witch hazel was chewed. Something came up here and chewed that off. What in the world? Ah, squirrels. I call them the idiots of the woods, and I fight them periodically, and they cause trouble. But not you, bugger, right?
Yeah.
You don't cause trouble, do you?
No.
Hey, I'm gonna go show them our new birds. You want to come?
Yes, sir.
Oh, perfect answer. Right as you're talking about how your child is not going to be a troublemaker, and you ask a question, yes, sir. You know, some people's kids. All right, let's go, bugger.
Yes, sir.
Ha! Again with the yes, sir, and he don't even know he's doing it. He's looking at me like, what are you talking about, Dad? So if we climb a fence, it's one person at a time, and we climb next to a T-post. That way it's extra sturdy, right?
Yeah.
That's correct. All right, Bug. So out here in this pasture is where we have our new ram. That's him right there. He's a Jacob sheep ram. I didn't name him yet. Some people are thinking Buddy. Some people are thinking Ezekiel. I don't know. We have a half Shetland Finn, half Jacob sheep ewe that was born last spring. She's now a year old. And she pretty much, I just sheared her, but Red Pepper asked if I could keep her little dreadlocks on top of her head, so we did. And then these other four there, plus one here, are yearling Jacob sheep ewes. And since Dodge is their father, and since we do not line breed, we introduce these girls to this guy. Hey, how are you? Yeah, thanks for showing up. How you doing, buddy? Hey, I called him Buddy. Maybe Buddy is his name. You doing all right, man? You look good. And supposedly he's about 14 months old. Why don't you look at the size of those horns and just be like, really? 14 months old? And sometimes rams will ram.
Yeah.
On the bright side, at least his horns are going back, so he doesn't have a piercing opportunity. Yeah, but we gave him these ones to keep company. If he does impregnate these, we'll have fall lambs, which will be fine. Hey, buddy, this is the friendliest you've ever been to me. I'll have to watch him because he may change his mind. But wow. And I know, I was just talking about people having weird, strange, crazy animals for the views. Look, this is just the view of the kind we have anyway. We like a wool sheep. We like a dual-purpose sheep. One that provides you with wool and meat. And then the kids also milk them. And they keep a lot of the property maintained. In fact, the garden area was some sheep, some goats. Back in the day, it was some pigs, some other animals coming and helping. But yeah, these would be, you know, type of exotic type stuff I'm talking about, but this just happens to be the pasture that we have these birds in, so I'll show you what we got and why and how I spent 25 bucks a piece on them. You coming, Bug?
Yes, sir.
It's like programmed into him now that rather than just yeah sure, like a lot of people put forth all that effort, for no more effort he gets to say yes sir. Same amount of effort. Yeah, sure. Yes, sir. Completely different message being sent to the one he's answering, and just in this case, me. And wow. Here they are. Here they are. Here they are, folks. From here, some of you may be able to tell what they are already. Some of you may not. They do look somewhat similar to young turkeys. But these are actually guinea fowl keats. And you might be wondering what in the world is so special about these guinea fowl keats that they cost you $25 a piece because there's only 4. Well, here's the deal. With these, technically, there's nothing special about this at all. It's a little noisy. But there's nothing special about this bird other than the fact it was expensive. And the reason it was expensive is that we were looking to get some more guineas. And I will say, I'm going to have to let it go. It's going to keep doing that. I will say that in the livestock market, some interesting things are happening. Chicks are costing more, other things are happening, where a lot more people, because everything going on in the world, are getting interested in this type of stuff. So supply and demand, there's a greater demand. People are jacking up the price, and so in some cases even restricting the supply. I had a video on some of that a bit ago. But these ones are just actually some regular guineas. The deal was, I had a friend who knew we were looking for some more, and he decided to offer me to pick some up for me. And I said, absolutely. That'd be great. For somehow we had 9 guineas. We had 4 males and 5 hens. And one morning we woke up, all of our hens were dead and all of our males were still alive, which does not make any sense to us. I don't know how that would potentially happen. It couldn't have been something that they ate or were exposed to because they were all together. So he picked up a number, and I forget how much they were a piece, but it was something reasonable enough that we're like, yeah, that sounds good. And then, slowly but surely, they began dying. And by the time we got them, there was only 4 left. Which is a rather tragic story, but there was nothing more that our friends could have done. They probably in some ways did more than we would have done. And my friend felt so bad about it, he was just gonna keep these and take the hit. And I'm like, whoa, listen, the only reason you spent that money was because I told you to buy those for me. This is my purchase. You guys did nothing wrong. You know, I think something happened from the, the breeder, the person who put them out there. And they kind of raised some questions, and what the breeder told them is, oh, well, you had them in too big of an area. That's all it was. I mean, they were huddled together as a group when they were young. They were under the heat lamp when they wanted to be. They were walking around the small pen when they wanted to be. To me, to say, oh, it was just too big of an area, it's kind of a cop-out, kind of an excuse, kind of a passing the buck, is my belief, because then what is it? Is how many square feet is it per bird? If it's 5 square feet and I have 5.5 square feet per bird, then they're gonna start dying on their own. I mean, come on. It doesn't make any sense, and we've had them in the past where they hatched out their own, and they had all of this, you know, as the area they could be in. So they should all died by that if they had too much space. Doesn't make sense, but I said, no, those are ours. I'll pay you the full price of what you paid because you were buying that on my behalf. And, you know, there are birds. Whatever's left is whatever's left. I'm not going to hold it against you that some died, because I don't think there was anything you could have done one way or another to have more of them live. So, yes, we just bought some guineas for $25 a piece, essentially, because that's all that were alive. Not ideal, nothing too special or remarkable. You know, they're not peafowl, they're not emus, they're not something else, they're just guinea fowl. But we got them, we're happy to have them, and looking forward to hopefully building up a nice arsenal of guinea fowl here. Periodically our sheep or dogs or us will have ticks on us. In some ways it's kind of nice when the animals get them because they don't wind up on us, but then we pick them all off the animals and, you know, stuff, and we don't want them on our animals, we don't want them on us. So if they could be used as a food source for a bird like a guinea fowl, that's something much better that we would more rather appreciate. Isn't it, son?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So do we like these guineas?
Yeah.
Are they noisy?
Yeah.
And what happens when somebody shows up at our house? What do they do? Do they make a lot of noise sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Which is cool, because they're like a built-in alarm system for our property. So, that's it, guys. That's our remarkable stuff. It's still raining now, and now I've got more mulch to deal with, so we're going to get back to work.
Yeah.
I don't even have to ask him if he wants to. He's excited about working. I'll give you one last view of some of these lawnmowers behind us. Whoa, oops, I fell over, son. You okay?
Yeah.
There they go. Nice little lawnmowers. And that's it. Hey, you're a guy who shuts down our video sometimes.